Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. I'm going to bring you this little comparison review this afternoon. If you follow my channel, you know I did a review recently of a very neat collapsible camp stove that you can put in your bug out bag or your camping gear, and I really like it. Well, one of the things I talked about in that video was that they offer two different versions, and one is a collapsible and one is a folding version. And I have since ordered the folding one. I wanted to kind of see what it was about, see if I liked it any better, you know, just kind of do a comparison, if you will. So if you remember in the other video, this was the one that I reviewed, and it comes in these pieces here. And in order to put it together, you have to take the back, put the sides on, and then you put this in the middle, and then you lock in this piece here like that. And then this is part of this can go, watch the video, it goes in here. I showed also where you could use it as a fire starter. Now, that's a good example of this one here. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad design, but it does have some limitations because of the way it can come apart if you're not being real careful with it. But I'll show you the difference here in just a second once I put this back together. I mean, for the most part, if you're not moving it around a whole lot, it's pretty sturdy. And if you learn how to move it by grabbing the sides and pinching it together as you move it. But if you try grabbing it here, what it's doing is it's sliding these off. So you kind of got to grab it like that. So one thing I'll show you, this is the one that just came in. And it actually comes in a nicer bag. That's the first thing. This is more of a Kadura style bag with Velcro. This one is a very cheap style bag with a little drawstring. First difference that you'll notice. And this one comes like in these pieces here. Here's the folding stove portion. Here's that piece, and it comes with this. We'll talk about the differences here in a second. But it basically unfolds like that. Now, with this one, same situation. It's got the grooves, the slots cut in it, so forth. So with this one, you would simply come around and line everything up, line that up, and then it comes with this pin here, and it does give you a tether, and I'll talk about the tether here in a minute also. And then this just slides down in there, and it locks in place. Now this one is much more forgiving, if you will, moving it. Now when this thing gets hot, you're not going to be moving it a whole lot anyway, because it's going to be hot to the touch, and so it's not that forgiving when it comes to that because of the heat. This tether did come with it. I don't really like this tether. It's nice. It's a nice tether. It's actually, I've seen these before, and I actually bought some and use them to lash gear. But it's actually sold. These are sold in the section where you buy like key rings and stuff, like at a Walmart or Lowe's, and it's designed more for keys. But because of the size, it gets kind of tight and trying to move this pin in and out. So if you look, and this is backwards, I have this on backwards, it's supposed to be flipped around, but it's basically the same company. Comes out of China. And if you remember in my other video, I showed you the modification where I added this piece to be able to balance smaller things on top. So what I did was, I have one of these. This is a fishing piece that I bought, that I've got a bunch of these. I fish a lot, and I just use this. You can attach it here, and it's called a leader, fishing leader, and this one is stainless steel, so it's not going to rust. And you can buy a whole pack of them, small ones like this, for $3, $3, something like that. And then I just attach it there, and you can buy a shorter one if you want. That way I'm not going to lose this pin. That's the only concern I really had in the beginning. A little bit for that was losing the pin, potentially. And with this tether, you're obviously not going to lose it. The other concern was, because this thing is sort of mechanical now, if you will, I was afraid that maybe something was these pins were going to fall out and lose them, and then you would kind of be stuck without. But I've tried pushing these pins out, and I can't push them out. So I don't know how they're secured in there. They're secured pretty well. It just basically folds like that. And you can fold it either way. You can turn it this way, because some people said when they tried folding it backwards that the hinges were almost like, feel like they was going to break or something. They were putting under too much stress or pressure. This one in particular, I can do it either way. Well, the difference too, this one comes with this piece, which goes in these top grooves here, these slots. And it's designed, I guess, to put like a little alcohol bowl in, but it does not come with a bowl. It doesn't come with like one of these that you could set in here. I hadn't tried what would fit in this, but some of your alcohol smaller burners maybe could fit in there or something, but it does have that piece. To me, this is fairly useless. To me, anyway, it may be useless, may be useful for somebody else. So, in conclusion, I'm going to say, now this is just me, I'm probably going to go with the one that folds. I just think it's a little more secure. I'm not saying the other one is bad. I'm just saying that this one, because it comes with a nicer pouch, it has the folding design, which I think I'm going to like a little better. And so I'm going to give it to this one, and I'm going to link both of these below, just like I did in my other video. But I did want to do a comparison for you guys that was considering the other, in the other video when you were looking at these. There's nothing wrong with this at all, and I'm going to probably I'll definitely keep this, I may do a giveaway or something later for one of these. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to do a giveaway sooner or later, and this right here will be one of those things that I'm going to give away, because I think they're pretty neat. And they work, I think, really well. But, as far as weight, they're very comparable in weight. This one may weigh just a smidgen more, but not really. I mean, it's pretty close. I didn't put them on digital scales or anything. But I think because of the pouch and all that, I'm going to have to give it to this one. And the folding design, I think I'm going to like that a little better, especially if it's cold out and your dexterity and your fine motor skills have kind of degraded. I think folding that, putting the pin in, is going to be easier than trying to put this thing together in that type of situation. So anyway, guys, just wanted to kind of bring you a little comparison video here. Hope that was helpful to you folks. And if you have any questions, post those below. If you have any experience with these stoves or something similar, be sure you tell us about that also. And as always, I appreciate you tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll bring you another video shortly. Have a great night, guys.